did not drop out of college, even though a lot of successful people do that. I didn't. I have my notes on my phone, so if I look at it, that's why. So if you guys didn't know, I basically started off my college experience at Cal State San Marcos, which is in Southern California, kind of near San Diego if you're wondering. So that's where I was at college for a semester. So I'm basically gonna kind of jump backwards and flash back to my senior year of high school. I applied to 5 colleges, all being Cal States, because I was lazy and didn't want to have to deal with applying to private and UC and writing essays because I was really over it at the time. So out of those 5 schools, 4 of them I applied to be an interior designer as like my major, and then for Cal State San Marcos I applied to do mass media, which since going to San Marcos they actually changed the name from mass media to media studies. So if I jump back and forth on that, that's why. So after touring a couple of the schools, I also found that San Marcos was the cleanest environment for me and kind of had a better vibe on campus. So I ended up choosing Cal State San Marcos, if you haven't ever seen my videos before. So I did like my whole dorm tour. I moved in, I'm at San Marcos, like that's where I'm at. So I don't know, one of the things, it wasn't the biggest thing, but one of the things that I didn't like San Marcos about One of the things I didn't like about San Marcos was that just the people. I found that it was like a super commuter vibe, which I feel like after watching a lot of college videos, people don't come around and say how commuter like Cal State schools are. So that kind of sucked for me. I tried to make a bunch of friends, but a lot of them were commuters. They lived an hour away, they lived 40 minutes away. Basically far enough where hanging out with them like all the time wasn't really an option for me. So that was that. But into the main big reason why I left Cal State San Marcos was my major and my education plan. So when I grow up, I basically want to deal with broadcast journalism, with sports and media and things like that. And I feel like personally, I wasn't going to get to where I want to be coming from San Marcos. Their media program is on the newer side. It's not as developed. That was kind of my main reason why I really didn't want to be there anymore, because I knew if I wanted to be at my greatest potential, it wasn't going to come from being at San Marcos. And on top of that, I was really, really, really unhappy there. I was in a negative environment with roommates. The area around San Marcos I didn't think was really a home vibe. It was like uncomfortable, and I don't know, something about it. I was always upset there. It just wasn't my thing. Also, academics were, it's your GEs, they're going to be your general eds, they're going to be, for the most part, pretty easy, but it was so easy to the point that I literally sat down in September and all the work was available online. I busted out all that work in September. So fast forward the rest of the semester, I did absolutely nothing, which kind of sucked. So that was also kind of bad with the situation. So another thing I'd like to also talk about was the staff. And I wasn't a huge fan of some of the teachers and some of the staff at San Marcos. And yeah, I bet some of you are listening and being like, oh my gosh, like these are your GE teachers and all, like you're gonna have them forever kind of thing. Like there's gonna be better teachers, which yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be better teachers, but the teaching that I got, I didn't think that was worth paying for, in a sense. I had some teachers that would cancel. I had a full week of classes, 3 weeks, the entire 16 weeks I was there. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm paying this money and I'm not even having class, which I'm sure people are like, oh my gosh, I'd love for my teacher to cancel. But I don't know. I'm paying for my own college and I didn't think that it was worth it. So it's like my money. I'm gonna do with it what I'm gonna do, you know? So back to the teacher thing. So I never had class, and the teachers, I had one teacher that just talked about some inappropriate things a lot, subject of drugs and how her opinion of it and how she let her kids do things, and I don't know, like I'm trying to go to class to learn and not hear about your life story at the end of the day. I don't know, it's your opinion, not mine, but like also you're my teacher. I feel like you should be teaching me and not telling me about your family. Anyways, I don't know. That's me. And then, I don't know. I keep saying I don't know because literally that's how I feel right now. But Also, I feel like a lot of the staff was kind of pushing politics where they shouldn't have been pushed. Like, I don't know, I went into college with my set political view. I'm like super on one side, but at the same time, I also support and believe things that come from the other side. So I wouldn't consider myself someone in the middle of politics. I definitely have a preference, but I don't know, I can accept other views. But when my teachers, for classes that have nothing to do with politics, are trying to push their views on me, I don't know, I'm uncomfortable. I feel like that's kind of the same thing that happens in a lot of schools, but I didn't like how I felt there. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Okay, the area. I found that the area that Cal State San Marcos is in is very low-key, residential. There's not much to it. And I don't know, there isn't a football team, so you don't really get that big sense of school spirit right off the bat your first semester, which I feel like going into a college, starting your college life, you should feel more welcome in the sense that there's a lot of things to do, and I didn't find there to be a lot of things to do. Now, I'm sure there was stuff I didn't know about, and I know there was things I purposely didn't go to because I knew I was leaving, but I don't know. San Marcos, not the place for me. It's a beautiful campus. I'm sure if you're there for things like nursing and things where their programs are super built, that would be a great choice of school for someone, but for me, that was not it. So that's that in a sense. So I kind of was feeling this way from the beginning of the year to October. I felt like it was super boring. I never had anything to do. Every day I had classes from 7:30 in the morning to 11:20 in the morning. So a couple hours and I was done for the day. I'd go back to my dorm. I'd do my homework. I'd eat lunch. I'd take a nap. Boom, wake up. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's nothing to do. So I don't know. I like to be busy, and that wasn't really a possibility down there, especially with the fact that I didn't really want to get a job. I don't feel like I need a job right now, so another preference thing. So basically, like I said, I was feeling unhappy at this school, and I knew that I wanted to better my education and better myself in a different way. So one day I literally was in my room and looked up a couple online programs, and the ASU one really stood out to me because I always have been interested in Arizona State, but I didn't want to move there right off the bat right out of high school. So I literally typed in on the website, there was like a little box, like want more information, name, phone number, email, and the program you're interested in. Sorry, I threw my phone. And I did that, and literally within 20 minutes I got a phone call. I had an advisor, everything, and I was honestly set from that moment on that this is what I wanted to do. So I sucked it out the rest of the semester, came home, and started Arizona State University online. And let me tell you, I'm loving it. Like, it's kind of what I need for my schooling. I like to be in control. I don't like going to real class necessarily. I feel like I have to teach myself after going to real class because maybe there's enough time for the teachers to hit the marks, or I can't focus when I'm in class. I kind of like doing everything from a happy place for me, so I like to do it at home in my room kind of thing. So right now I am a mass communications and media studies major. So the online program is a little bit different. There's different sessions. So a normal semester is like 14 to 16 weeks. So right now I'm in session A, which is 7.5 weeks of classes, and right now I'm in 3 classes: English, Media Studies, and Stress and Time Management. So these are 3 classes I'm taking in 7 weeks, but they're technically like 15, 16 week long classes, so it's kind of like crunch time, get everything done. But it's also, I get to do it on my time, and I'm not worried about having to go to class and then do work and all this. It's literally, I'll sit down and bust it all out so that I don't have to do my homework on the weekends, so I can relax, I can get it all done with, which is super nice. And I don't know, I want to graduate early, so no matter what, I'm going to probably do it through the summer so that I can graduate or have a chance to graduate a semester early than the typical spring 2022. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I am super interested in possibly going to ASU in the fall. I plan on doing a tour in the next couple of months. If you want me to vlog when I go to Arizona, let me know. But basically I want to sit down with my counselors because if I do go to ASU in the fall, I'll be able to specify my major to be more broadcast journalism centered, which is of course what I want to do. So I feel like it might be a good jump, but I also don't know if I want to move states, if I want to be that far away from my support system, everything. I do have friends at ASU, at GCU, at surrounding schools, but also, like, am I going to get an apartment? Like, I don't know, so I'll definitely keep everyone updated with that. But I definitely think the whole online program is a great idea, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize how great of a program it is. It's a lot more affordable, especially for me. Like I said, I'm paying for my college myself, so I definitely find it helpful in that sense. So I know what I want to do, and I'm getting it done on my own time, but also staying on top of my work. Very motivated person right here. Very motivated. I like to get it all done right away. So I don't know. If you are someone who's younger and getting ready for college, I wouldn't necessarily mark out in your head online college, because I do think it's a great idea, especially if you want to stay local or if you have a job or things like that that you don't want to change. It's definitely a good option. So yeah, I feel like I kind of talked, not trash, but a little bit badly on my old school, which I mean, it was my experience. I don't feel badly about that school. I'm just glad that I got out of it in a sense. So I don't know, San Marcos, you were a semester that, yeah, no harsh feelings, but it was a semester that I don't want to talk about. But I don't know, that's where I'm at right now. Online is the place to be. I'm so happy. Literally, I've had a lot of life changes in the past few months, and this is the happiest I've been in probably a year. I don't even know how to say what else. Like, literally, I'm so happy right now. And I think that's what matters most. So I feel like I kind of went on and on about this video, and it was all the bad, and then boom, it's the good, and then it's done. But that's basically where I'm at. I'm in my 4th week of online. I think it's great. I'm happy. So that's all that matters. But that's about it. That's my life right now. So I hope you enjoyed my kind of college experience, and I hope that you got some kind of insight about it, some more knowledge. If you were the ones that were spreading rumors that I was dropping out of college, I'm not. I'm just chilling here at home, getting my work done. I actually need to finish my assignment so I could be done, but I'm filming this right now. So that's about it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something, whether it's about me, whether it's about the opportunities of online. But that's about it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.